Well, June 10th was a big day for gamers. E3, the big show of them all. Even though they showed different conferences about Xbox 360, the EA conference, the Bungie conference, and the Sony conference, which was the best one in my opinion since it had so much stuff. And the Xbox one took a big poop on PlayStation by taking away their exclusive Metal Gear Solid, which making their exclusive Metal Gear Solid, which is part 5 that's coming out for both systems. So PlayStation lost that exclusive that they had for a long time, but it's not stopping them. Or at least Xbox is trying to move on and get some stuff. Then they also try to get that free game, just like on that PSN store they have. Get Xbox Gold, you get like 2 games a month. Little desperate call right there, but they're still pretty good. I don't hate either system. I like them both. In my opinion, I don't hate none of them. I'll still get maybe both systems, maybe in the future, even though the PS4 are more cheaper. And they showed Rise, Son of Rome. Another interesting game. You're in Rome fighting, but the only bad thing I hate about the fighting is too many quick time events to kill enemies. You gotta press a button or something like B, X, or Y to kill the enemy. Too much of that happening to help you kill enemies, but it was kind of weird. You're like a Rome general or something. I forgot his name was Mario something. They were talking about it, which was a pretty good game. And they showed that glass, that tablet glass where you can play games on it that the Xbox 360 have. It's pretty good. And they showed Killer Instinct. Man, oh, that's an old game that came on the Nintendo 64, I'm pretty sure. I used to always watch my uncles play that game, since they were a huge fan of fighting games. Didn't really like fighting games. It was kind of weird how Xbox brought back Killer Instinct. Now it's their exclusive. It's only coming on for their system, I think, so far. Holy crap! Wait, I forgot to talk about Metal Gear Solid 5. About the first trailer they showed in the game about Kiefer Sutherland and his voice actor. I think they got rid of the original voice actor of Snake. Looked more of a western almost, kind of mixed, because you were riding a horse and all that, saving dude that was saving one of his comrades. Didn't really understand the game. I remember I played 1, 2, and 3 of Metal Gear Solid. Never played the 4th one, Gun and Patriot. Never got to it. And they had Dead Rising 3, which is awesome. Xbox took back their exclusive, because I remember Dead Rising 1 only came for Xbox 360, then Dead Rising 2 came out, and it came out for PlayStation and Xbox. Then they had another Dead Rising, I forgot what it was called. It came out for both of them. But now they had, Xbox got their Dead Rising franchise back by making their own exclusive. Part 3, that looked pretty good. You're not stuck in the mall anymore. Now you're out in the open fighting zombies. You ride cars, make weapons, pick up guns, craft. Same thing, almost like the one when you're in the mall. But you're outdoors, more zombies. Pretty good. The graphics were good. I think his name was... I think your character's like a mechanic. And his name's like something Ramos. Can't remember the character name, but it looks pretty good. When they show Forza 5, I don't know, that's like the main game exclusive for Xbox 360. That's not the type of racing game that I like, Forza Motorsport. I think that's what it's called, because since it's called Forza 5, not really my type of racing game. I enjoy like Need for Speed more than that game, but I'm not hating on any games. They had Project Spark, which was another weird game. It looked like they're playing on stage, but I'm not sure. They should have that staged. Sometimes they're pretending they're playing the demo, but they're really not on stage. Like Project Spark is kind of mixed with Minecraft almost, but it's very different. You can make your own. I think you can make your own town, make your own enemies that you attack. You can think you can turn like rocks into villagers and stuff like that. Not my type of game, but it looked okay. Very different from other games that they showed. And they had new Minecraft Xbox One edition. They're making the world bigger than on the 360 one. It's just like a square map of a world. But they're extending out on the Xbox One edition, Minecraft. They're probably going to work on that one too, make it more better than the Xbox 360 edition. And they brought another PC game to them, World of Tanks. That's like a free tank game for the PC online. Not really my kind of game, but it seems like a lot of people are going to go toward Xbox 360 being this big game. I think it's for Xbox 360 and for Xbox One, not sure. World Tanks, I know that's gonna be a big game. Then they showed Battlefield 4. I think they showed like a mission, some of the story mode. They had a little bit of problems. The developer looked kind of mad because they couldn't get the sound, couldn't get it going. He looked very mad at the end when he had to get off the stage. But single player looked kind of good. A lot of destruction happening there. Very different. They showed Christmas Dragon. I don't remember, but I wrote it down just to remember the name. They showed Christmas Dragon, but they didn't really show much. They showed Witcher 3. I know that's another big game. Never played the first or second one, but Witcher 3, another game they showed on it. And they were talking about like a new Halo, but I'm not sure it's gonna be like a new Halo game or not, because they showed it was like a trailer, but not gameplay trailer. It was just a trailer, like a movie kind of. And they showed Master Chief was like wearing he was like in the desert wearing one of those coats where you can't see who it was. And like at the end of the clip, he takes it off, and they show Master Chief. I'm not sure if that's gonna be like Halo 5 or maybe a different Halo kind of game. Not sure. And they showed Quantum Break. They didn't show no gameplay of that. They just usually showed some movie trailers of it. It's not gonna be a movie, but you know how they show those trailers. It's not gameplay, but it's like a different kind of trailer. I guess he stopped time. He could be able to save people. Not really sure. They didn't really show no gameplay about that. Then they showed Sunset Overdrive. I wrote that down in my notes, but I wasn't so sure. I don't remember what they showed about it. Cause it's not one of those games I was like looking for really good. You know what I mean? They showed the system again, like they did at the conference. I think it was like I think it was April or March. Conference. They didn't really talk about the system. All they talked about was the Xbox Gold, and you get like 2 free games a month. And they said that I think they said that there's changing transaction into real money. What else did they say about that? What was I was gonna say? They didn't really talk about their system, about if the achievements. I think the achievements are gonna cross over. Or the achievements you have on 360 to the Xbox One. The internet, I'm pretty sure you still gotta pay that. The only good part, they didn't talk about the TV that much. I don't really care about the TV bullcrap. Because I mainly buy these systems to play games, not to watch TV. That's why I already got a TV, and cable comes with it. I'm not really one of those big fans about entertainment on consoles. Because I have a DVD player, I could just watch it on that. Then after a couple more hours, they showed... Well, I saw the Xbox One conference on Spike TV, so... Then I saw the EA one on Spike TV. They were talking about the new, EA, you know how the big sports? Talked about the Madden 2514. I don't know why they called it 2514. I think 25th anniversary. You know, it's gonna be 14th, so they always call it that from a year ahead, even though it's 2013 right now. They're talking about like different graphics and different, making AIs more smarter, knowing what you're gonna do like they're doing in real life. I'm not really a sports fan, but I watch videos on YouTube of people playing sports. For me, it's like fun to watch, but I'm not really like a big sports, not anymore. I remember on PlayStation 2 days I used to play sports game. Then they should talk about NBA Live 14. I guess they're really bringing that back. I think they stopped that for a while. Come around, that's the only thing I used to always play on PlayStation 2 a lot. And they showed FIFA 14. They just talked about different graphics and making the AI more smart on each of these games. And they talked about UFC 14. When the Dana White, the president of UFC, came out, and the 2 champions, John Jones and some other dude. I haven't watched UFC in a while, but you know how the new game comes out every year for some of these sport games? That's pretty good. I don't remember they showed any gameplay of it or not. And they showed like a little trailer, Mirror's Edge 2. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be exclusive for Xbox 360 because the first one came out for that one. You're the same girl, Faith, Asian chick. I guess you're still running around. It's the same thing as it. They didn't show no gameplay, just a trailer. Then they showed Battlefield 4. I think it was a multiplayer called Commander. I don't really remember Commander. It's like a little multiplayer match they showed on there. Pretty good, not bad for multiplayer. They showed buildings falling. It's like planting bombs out of a giant building and they like came down. Kind of interesting. They showed multiplayer of it, and they talked about Need for Speed Rivals. I like Need for Speed, but I haven't really played some of the titles yet, like Most Wanted. I remember I played the Most Wanted one for PS2, but not the newest one. Or The Run. Need for Speed The Run, I still haven't played that one. and the rivals they were talking about, you can be, it's almost like Need for Speed Most Wanted, where you can be cops or you can be the regular racers. I think you race each other or you try to stop each other like you do in Most Wanted. Not sure. And they were talking about the movies that were going to come out next year. I think Need for Speed, the movie. That Breaking Bad actor, I forgot what his name was. I know he comes on Breaking Bad. He's gonna be like the main actor in Need for Speed Rivals, which should be pretty good. And they showed Star Wars Battlefront. I think they showed like 5 seconds of a movie trailer. I mean movie trailer, like they show trailers of it, but not gameplay. I'm trying my best to describe what I'm talking about. In Bungie, they didn't show the. I'm pretty sure they didn't show Bungie on the Spike TV if I remember. Watched that like on Twitch TV, GameSpot. I was just watching it. See what they're gonna show. Even though in the beginning they started to show Rocksmith. I'm pretty sure they were showing the song Man in a Box by Alice in Chains. And the guitars was from Alice in Chains. They were playing it for Rocksmith. I think it's called Rocksmith 2014, not sure. Talking about how it's easier that you will learn how to play guitar in real life. I guess they're still not gonna bring back no Guitar Hero anymore. They didn't even talk about no Rock Band either. And they showed on Bungie. This is a Bungie conference. And they showed Rayman Legends. I remember playing Rayman a long time ago. Pretty much on the PlayStation. I think if I can remember. I think it was PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 if I remember. But I'm not really a Rayman fan. Legends. Then they talked about Tom Clancy Splinter Cell Blacklist. I'm pretty sure they showed gameplay if I can remember. I can't really remember what they showed, but it still looked pretty good. I'm pretty sure they showed it, if I can remember, they showed it last year on E3 in 2012. Looked a pretty good game, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that kind of game. And they showed this comedy game, like a cartoon. I think it's like mainly a kids game. The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. I wasn't really paying attention to it because it wasn't really catching my eye. I guess it's mostly a kids game, but I'm not gonna talk bad about it. I don't really talk bad about games. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna like talk bad about it. What else is it? I remember they showed South Park, The Stick of the Truth. They didn't show any gameplay about it. They just showed like the cartoon trailer of Stan's dad farting. I think he was farting in Butter's face. Can't really remember the character, the little boy. I haven't seen South Park in a long time. But I don't know the game, I'll get that. It looked pretty good. Then it showed The Crew, which was kind of different. I think it's like an open world racing game. You could get a clan of racers to join you in races. I think you only get like 4 people when you race against other racers. I think that's where they were showing 4v4 racing. I'm not really sure. They didn't really talk about what they were showing on the trailer, but it was gameplay of it. It wasn't really a trailer, just gameplay of it. First they showed a trailer about a gun, about the car coming apart and all this. Then they showed gameplay of it. Wasn't really sure what was going on about that, but it looked pretty good. And they showed Just Dance 2014. Not my type of game, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be for Xbox 360 because since I got that new Kinect that's gonna come out, Just Dance 2014. I think that's what it's called. And they talked about something about those rabbits. Rabbits invasion, about those little white rabbits they always show. I can't really remember where they were from. I think they were from Rayman. I think I have a bad memory about that. Then they talked about some Trials Fusion. That they're gonna release one for mobile and another one for, I'm not sure if it's gonna be for Xbox 360 and PS4. I'm still not sure about that. I know Trials Fusion is like you're on a dirt bike. I think it's one of those. It's like a famous PC game that they show. Trials Evolution, I think that's what it's called. I haven't really played that much of it. Really haven't played it at all. And they showed the Watch Dog trailers. They didn't show no gameplay, which was kind of sucky. But they showed another movie trailer. You know, it looks like a movie trailer. Again, that's what they showed of it. Then they talked about AC4, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. Where you get to be Connor's grandpa. I don't know why. They kind of messed up the title here. Because now you're going back to the past again, and this is part 4. They should have, like, maybe make it to a different name or something. But Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, when you're Connor's grandpa with a pirate. It's pretty good that they're bringing back the ships again. We get the battle on the pirate ship. That's what I really enjoyed that in Assassin's Creed 3. It was pretty good. Since Connor was so good at it, you didn't have to train him. He was like, I already knew how to do it since his grandpa was so good at it. I guess maybe they should make another Assassin's Creed 4 where you can be Connor's dad. Because they still didn't talk about how Connor's dad went to the Templars. Or maybe Connor's grandpa was with the Templars too. Not sure. They didn't really talk about the story about it. It just showed a movie trailer of him being a pirate. I'm pretty sure they showed Blackbeard on there, if I can remember. Now here comes to the PS4 conference. That was the biggest one. That got me real bad. What got me to PS4 again was this Kingdom Hearts 3. That's like my favorite game of all time. When they didn't show, the graphics were pretty good. They only showed like 10-second clip of it, but that was awesome. That got me going real good. But that was like almost to the end. But so I'm talking about what they showed in the beginning. I know they were talking about the main dude came on again, talking about gaming and all of this. Well, they do care about their customers. That's what counts. We're talking about how PS3 and Vita will be crossed over again. How they're bringing God of War HD Collection 1 God of War HD Collection, God of War 1 and 2 to Vita. I guess you could crossplay over that. And a game called Flower. I think that's a PC game. Never heard of it. I heard of it, but never played it. And they're bringing season 1 of Walking Dead to the PlayStation Vita. I think it was talking huge about it since they're saying it's the second year that they had it out, which is pretty big, I'd say. And they try to hype up Last of Us. When they showed the Last of Us video of it, they didn't show them gameplay. They showed another trailer of it since Last of Us comes out this Friday. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy it this Friday when it comes out. I guess they didn't want to release it on Tuesday since they want to hype it up some more. I guess they want to hype it up today with Sony conference. Maybe. And they showed Puppeteer. Not my type of game. It's like a kid game, but it's kind of weird. Almost it resembles Little Big Planet, kind of. I guess you're a puppeteer. I guess you control these puppets. I'm not sure. I don't really understand it. And they showed some clips of Rain, the trailer of Rain. I really don't know what the game's about. They didn't really talk about it much. They just showed like little clips of it. And they showed another good big hit of a game that I'm gonna get. Beyond Two Souls. Now that game looks awesome too. Can't really talk about it if there's a girl. Doesn't really bother me. You gotta be a girl protagonist. Don't really care at all. Game looks good. That's all that counts. Don't care if you have to be a girl or a dude. Doesn't matter to me. It all depends on the single player. That'd be good. I'm glad I didn't put multiplayer on this because I'm mostly a single player game. Single player gamer. I think it'd be Ellen Page. That chick they showed her. This movie actor. I already know this game is gonna be pretty good. That's why I'm getting it for sure. And they showed Gran Turismo 6. Man, they had this game for a long time. I'm pretty sure they had it long since PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1. Not really my type of racing game, since it's like more of a driving simulator. It still looks pretty good, but it's not my cup of tea. Then they showed Batman Arkham Origins. I got hyped up for that one too. The prequel. It's like part 1 of the series. It happened before Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. It's like Arkham Origins. Then they're gonna have another one for DS called Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. That's gonna be after Batman Arkham Origins. Then after that, it's Arkham Asylum, then Arkham City. But then they're talking about PS3 and have exclusives for it, like two costumes only for PS3. I think it was some futuristic Batman. I wasn't so sure about it. Then it had the old school Batman costume where you can be Adam West. Well, the old show about Batman and Robin when Adam West was Batman. I think it was like in 1960s or 1970s. Not so sure because I wasn't born back then. But that's what they call exclusive. But that Batman Arkham Origin blew me away. I think the main villain is Black Mask. But I know they showed Deathstroke, which is Slade, and they showed Deadshot in the movie trailer that they showed. They didn't show it on the E3, but they showed it on YouTube and on the Batman Arkham Origin website. Deadshot, yeah, Slade, which is Deathstroke, and I know they showed Penguin. They didn't show Penguin in the game though. They showed gameplay of it. That detect mode was very different, and you can do different moves when you're hiding in the raptors, when you're trying to attack people in predator mode. And the combat's different too. You got different moves. And at the end, they showed Joker again. Young Joker. I think he looked more younger. I'm not sure if Mark Hamilton played Joker again, so they show that Joker's in the game again. Since this is Arkham Origin before all the other Batmans, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting that one this year. I think it comes out in October. And Beyond Two Souls comes out in October too, I think. I'm not very sure about that. I can't remember what month. Then they talk about Killzone, Drive Club, and Famous Second Son and Knack. I remember they talked about that in the conference in February. I think it was 25th or 26th. Can't remember. Killzone. I played the first one, but I haven't played the second one or the third one. Not really a Killzone fan. Probably have to check that out later in the future, the second and third one. Drive Club. I think it's kind of almost like Test Drive Unlimited. Kind of reminds you of the Drive Club. I guess you can make your own club, drive cars. Not really my type of racing game. Infamous I think Killzone, Drive Club, and Knack are gonna come out when PS4 first comes out, but not Infamous Second Son. Now that game looks awesome. I remember I played Infamous 1 and 2. I think on Infamous Second Son that the story is about, like, I think Paul McGrath is dead and you get to be a different person. It's in Famous Second Son. I guess you steal people's powers, but I know those are PS4 exclusive. I'm pretty sure I'm getting that game when it comes out. And they had like some weird, I'm not sure if it's like a game, some comedian game. I'm not sure it's like a video game in a video game. Like to start out, they were showing it, like a little trailer of it, gameplay. It looked like it's gameplay, but I'm not sure if it's just a trailer, movie trailer or not. Like there's this old guy. It was called like Dark Sorcerer. Here's this old guy doing magic, sorcery, and he has like a assistant. I think he's like a frog or ogre, I'm not really sure. A goblin. Then they're like acting. Then one of the directors said cut, and they got out of character. I wasn't really sure about it. Can't really explain it that well. Probably gotta watch it yourself to explain what I'm talking about. Then they showed another one called Transistor. I don't remember what they showed about it, but can't really remember. Well, moving on. I know they showed Final Fantasy, like a new one. It's not like, it's very different from the other Final Fantasy. It's almost like Final Fantasy Endure the Cerberus that came out for PlayStation 2. It's not like a strategy game like Final Fantasy 10 or 12, Lightning or something. I don't remember the titles. The Roman numerals, can't really read them that well. You gotta cut me some slack here. Final Fantasy is like different. It's not a strategy. The new one's coming out. It's like more like a fighter, where you can take control of your character and move him around like a. Can't really have a good name for it, but it looks pretty good. And they showed Kingdom Hearts 3, a big game that's finally coming out that I've been waiting for forever. They should have had this come out for PS3. This is my favorite game of all time. That got me hyped once I saw it for PS4. They showed Sora. They showed the symbol Kingdom Hearts 3. 3 slashes going up and down. I'm gonna show like a little bit clip of Sora. I think you were in Twilight's town, if I remember. I was too hyped up to even watch it because it was so good. The graphics looked so great. I think that's PS4 exclusive also, since the HD collection. Kingdom Hearts Final Remix 1 and Kingdom Hearts, I forgot what it's called, the middle one. Chains of Memories, where you play the cards. And I think it was Kingdom Hearts 2 also. Not sure if that was the second game that's coming out. But it's going to be interesting that I could play the final mix of it. Never got to play the final mix. I only played the regular one that came on PS2. I got like 2 copies of Kingdom Hearts 1 on PlayStation 2 and 2 copies of Kingdom Hearts 2. And I got a copy of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on PlayStation 2. Favorite game of all time. Even though I played the other ones. Kingdom Hearts. I forgot what we were in the Organization 13 as Roxas. Can't remember, forgot what 300 something days. That was a good game though. We had with the Organization 13 and Birth by Sleep, which was good. Played that one too. I played like all the Kingdom Hearts games. Can't really remember the names that well. The DS had another one, but it was kind of bad. I'm still hyped up to wait for that one to come out. That got me hyped up the most. And they showed Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag gameplay, which was kind of awesome. They finally showed some gameplay of it, but it freezes, and they had to cut it off, which was kind of bad. That was very bad for that to happen, but it's still in development. But can't really make no excuses about this since they're working on it for a pretty long time, and it's coming out in October, so kind of sucks that it crashed during the conference. You gotta be embarrassed when that kind of stuff happens. But I'm still gonna be buying the game anyways. And they showed Watch Dogs gameplay, different gameplay of it that I've seen. I think some people saw it already, but I didn't see it. Different content for PS4. I think it's exclusive for PS4, I'm not sure. I think it comes out for 360 too. But very not sure about that, but it looks very good. I don't know, I'm getting that game for sure. I think it comes out this year or 2014, not too sure. But even though they show you the same dude that you can take over the technology with your phone and all that, to control the camera lights, cameras, where the cops watch you, and the traffic lights, do blackouts with your phone, help your... They were showing the clip of helping one of your teammates escape from these enemies. I think they were a security guard or policeman, not so sure, but it's pretty awesome how you can control technology with your gun, with your little phone they were showing. Then it showed LeBron James on the video, him and his gameplay character. You know, they had the basketball player and they had his character, in-game character. He was talking to his own character. I think it was like ESPN 2K14. I think that was like a different NBA game. They were talking about that. They were just showing LeBron James making a dunk, opening his mouth so wide. Well, it's not my type of game. Then they were talking about Elder Scrolls Online. Never played the original Elder Scrolls. Played Skyrim. Liked that game a lot. Never. Still be playing it, still didn't beat it since it's so long game. Still pretty good though, enjoying it. I don't think I'll get Elder Scrolls Online. I think there's a beta already for the PC, but they're saying that that PS4 is gonna get the beta first. I think Elder Scrolls Online comes on PS4 and Xbox 360. Not so sure about it, but they were talking about it. It's a pretty good game. Then they showed a big finale after this, the big thing everyone was waiting for, the big thing that they're talking about, big thing that people were hating on the Xbox One, that they were not going to support this, they didn't talk about this. And they showed PS4 taking a big dump, big poop on Xbox 360, which was very amazing. PS4 supports used games. I was so hyped for that, because you can buy used games. Since some YouTubers don't really talk about the used games very well because they're adults, they can afford everything since they're so big and all that. But they really talk about like how some kids can't really afford the game. Some of their parents can't afford it either. They can't really buy it to them. I remember when I was a kid, I used to always buy used games just to go on my bike to go to GameStop and sell some of my games just to buy more games. That's how it used to be. Some guys, PS4 supports used games, and you can let your friends borrow them. Because I always let my uncles borrow some games, and they let me borrow games too. That's how it works. That's what I like about it. That's very good that they brought that up. Xbox 360 didn't bring that out. They didn't really talk about it. Guess they were scared. But PS4 ain't scared to back down. They finally did something good. But I still like both systems anyways. Not gonna hate on another system. They both got good games. So that's all that counts. Well, yeah, the conference, PS4 has the best conference, but that doesn't mean it's like better, but I just like the games. PS4 have better games and I like them more than the Xbox One game. But they still got awesome games on there. And it costs like $399, which is a good price. $399 plus tax is probably like $405, $406, something around there. Tax is a lot, so it's not gonna be like $400 on the dot. But it's in the $400 range area, which is pretty good. Before that, pretty good price. That's how PS4 support used games. And you don't have to get no code to activate the game, you just play the game regular. You don't need to play online to play single player, you can play offline if you want, that's what we're talking about. But $399, 400 bucks. The other countries, I forgot what the prices were, so I'm pretty bad at that. You know, that was a big thing. Everybody was shocked when they said PS4 support used games, and you can let your friends, brothers or sisters, whatever, borrow the game. and you don't have to log into a different account, which was pretty good because it's not kind of weird and bad to have your it's like someone log into your account, but they can just log into your account to play the games, which is pretty good. I enjoy that about PS4. That they support used games. And I can just buy more used games like I always do. Cheaper, better, since you can't really buy $60 games all the time. Gotta cut some people some slack. Not everybody can afford that. Used games still good, proud of that. That's good for the kids. The kids will start supporting it still, because some kids can't afford $60 game, but used games, they can afford it, which is good. Even though GameStop is like my favorite store, so yeah, I could have all the games. I don't trade in my games anymore now. Since I'm more older, I just keep them. Different when you're a kid. When you're a kid, sometimes you have to trade in your games. Because sometimes there's a better game out there that you want, and you just have to play it. Because sometimes your game just sits on the shelf and collects dust. Since I'm talking so long, for like 31 minutes, my voice is going out. Then they showed gameplay of Destiny. It's not exclusive. It's gonna come on PS4. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come on Xbox 360 and PC probably. They finally showed gameplay of it, which was kind of weird. Guess it's like an alien game where you kill aliens. The guns are very different from the other one. And what's weird, they ain't show no Call of Duty Black Ops, no Call of Duty Ghost on none of them. That was weird. 360 didn't show it, or PS4. Whatever, I don't really care. It's gonna be the same game like always. But they should have showed some story mode. Since I like the story mode, the Call of Duties, which are okay. But not awesome, but the Destiny was pretty good. You play online, I think it's like an MMO. Not like a MMO mix of story and multiplayer. Not really a MMO fan, but the game was kind of different. Weird game. I think you're finding aliens. Very different. I think the developers were playing it, making funny jokes about it. Pretty good. And that was it about PS4. I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy when it first comes out. I think it comes out like in the holidays or next year. But I'm pretty sure they're talking about the holidays. And they're also talking about PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Plus if you got on PS3 will transfer over to your PS4. That means all your trophies you have on your account on PS3, all the free games I think that you bought from it will transfer. Not very sure about it. Then we talked about they have PlayStation Plus, which is like PlayStation Plus is like $50 for like a year. I think $50 for a year, $49.99, and Xbox 360 Gold is like $60, which is $59.99 plus tax and all that. So it's like PS4 is more cheaper. And I'm pretty sure you can still get free games with your PlayStation Plus account. And I'm not sure about the online. They showed something about you can play online. I think you have to be a PlayStation Plus subscriber to play online. I'm not very sure about that. They didn't really talk about it. They said about multiplayer on it. I'm like, still not sure about that. But I know PlayStation Store is still free. But I'm not sure about if you can play online for free or not. I think you have to pay. I'm not still sure about that. You have to Google that. They didn't really talk about that well. But at least you don't have to worry about losing your trophies. They'll just transfer over to PS4 when you buy it. And I forgot to talk about Xbox One, about the price. It's like $499, $500. I'm not. I guess that's a. I'm not sure if it's a fine deal, but that's more. It's $100 more than PS4. But I'm not sure if the price is right or bad or good. Not sure. You know, PC gaming costs more, so I'd rather get a console. My opinion. I don't hate on consoles or nothing. I don't really care about console wars. If they like their system, then they like their system. I forgot. The only best game that I've seen on Xbox 360 was that Titanfall. That looked awesome. It looked way better than the Call of Duty. The multiplayer and the Battlefield multiplayer is very different. Your character can move more faster, and the guns are very different. Titanfall, and you can get to like mechs. You can get inside mechs and fight other mechs, and you can run over other characters. That multiplayer looked kind of good. I'm not sure if it was multiplayer or single player. I'm not really sure about it, but that Titanfall looked like the best game they showed for the 360. Conference was very good. So that's my impressions about the conference. Talked about 35 minutes straight. Hope that was good. My voice is dying. I need something to drink. I'm not sure what kind of gameplay I'm going to use over this long video. Maybe some Naruto. I'm not sure. But that's my impressions. And gaming is still going good.